Hey students, in this video we're going to go over the syllabus. So all of the parts of the syllabus are very important and you need to familiarize yourself with all the policies that are in there, and there's phone numbers and quick access to resources that we have. But I'm going to go over mainly the stuff that applies to me and how you get a hold of me and where I am on campus and that kind of stuff, and how you're going to earn your points in this class, that kind of stuff. Okay, so behind me you see the geography syllabus, and I'm going to switch back and forth to the sociology syllabus because I teach both of those things. I think you might have remembered that from a different video that you've seen already. You should have seen already. Anyway, text me if you have not already texted me, because see, it says to get my my cell phone from Blackboard and text me, because that's the easiest and the quickest way to get a hold of me. Office hours are here on both syllabi. Let me see, right now I'm looking at the sociology one, but the cultural geography one has the identical information on it. So I have office hours, like physical office hours, at the Little Rock South site, not the main campus in North Little Rock, but the South satellite site that we have over close to Bass Pro Shops in South Pulaski County. Anyway, so I have office hours there on Tuesdays and Thursdays before the face-to-face class. Some of you are in my face-to-face class, and so I will see you every Tuesday, Thursday morning out there. Others of you are in my online class. Well, we have the same syllabus, the same requirements, the same videos to watch. If we're face-to-face, you won't watch the videos unless you have to be absent. We will have class every day that's on the schedule for us to do so. So please make sure you get my cell phone number from Blackboard and save it in your contacts. That's the quickest, easiest way to get me. So whether you have cultural geography with me, which here's the course description and the textbook that is required for our class together, or if you have sociology, which here's the course information and the textbook that is required for our class together, regardless of which class you have, both of those textbooks are required. The geography textbook is available for rent. You can do it online, or you can do it in, for a physical copy. I like the physical copy because I'm an old person. See, this is real hair, real gray hair. Anyway, so I like the physical copy myself, but you can rent the physical copy, buy the physical copy, rent an e-version, all that kind of stuff. But you do need it, so please do that. And then also in sociology, there is a link in our Blackboard class for an online version of the textbook. And if you don't want that you're going to be charged for it if you're in sociology. And if you don't want that online version of the textbook, then you must opt out. And so there's also instructions on how to opt out there. So, okay, let's look at some learning outcomes. So our class, sociology, and also cultural geography. Hold on a second. I think I hear Harry. No, Harry is definitely, he needs out because Lulu's outside barking up a storm. So just a second. Okay, sorry, I let Harry out so that they can go and bark at whatever, little green men are out there that they want to bark at. Anyway, so our class, sociology and also cultural geography, are part of the Associate of Arts or Associate of Science, just the general transfer courses. A lot of you might be in like a culinary program, and it's one of the social sciences that's required, an option that's required for you to choose one on your degree plan. So anyway, we have learning outcomes that your degree program expects you to get when you finish my class. And so all of those learning outcomes are listed here on the syllabus. And for our particular class, it's a transferable class to other schools within Arkansas, and all those other schools have agreements to accept classes from us as equivalent to classes that they have, based on the fact that all of us have standardized our syllabi using these course objectives and making sure that we offer lessons that align. All of our lessons align, all of our assignments align with all of these course objectives. So you'll find those on your sociology syllabus. You'll find those on your geography syllabus. Here are all of the different course objectives and learning outcomes that we are going to work on this semester together. And it's going to be fun. I mean, these classes are a lot of we get to talk about ourselves a lot. We get to have a better understanding of what life is like for us outside of the realm of what we just travel in every single day, and what, different outside forces that affect our life experiences, the economy or agriculture or different things like that. So there's a whole bunch of different things that are of interest and affect your daily life that we will be looking at, perhaps in new ways that you haven't ever looked before. And so it just kind of gives clarity about how life works in general as we move into adulthood, or the experiences that we've already had in adulthood kind of come to more light when we study these kinds of classes that I teach, because we just get to understand like the mechanics of how society and the world works. Okay, so in our class, we have some basic rules that we're going to follow. You're going to participate in activities, whether it's face-to-face or online, and you're going to do that in a polite and professional manner. You do not have to agree with me, and I don't have to agree with you, and you and your classmates don't have to agree with each other, but we are going to listen to everybody, because when we listen to opposite points of view, we can become stronger in our own point of view, and we can understand what opposing voices might offer. Like, they have good points sometimes, and sometimes those great points from opposing forces, or opposing voices is the word I meant to say, sometimes those opposing views can give us more material, give us more understanding of what the facts are surrounding some of these topics. Okay, and so here are the rules. Please make sure that you always follow these rules. They're basic. We're going to respect each other. We're going to be polite, and we're just going to do our own work. Okay, and by the way, that's, right there. Wow, do your own work. Where did I hear that before? Okay, so grading. Regardless of whether you are in my face-to-face class or my cultural geography class, we have 600 points. I meant sociology or cultural geography, not face-to-face. Anyway, sorry. So sociology or cultural geography, regardless of which one you're in, we have 600 points possible in the class. That's 2 tests, one at midterm and one for the final. And in between those times, we're going to do some projects that are kind of like hands-on. It's not going to just be the typical multiple choice, the typical essay. It's not going to be typical test questions. It's going to be, let's watch a movie and let's see what sociology stuff was in that movie, or let's analyze what kind of geography forces, human geography forces were at play in this recent world event that happened, or something like that. So we're going to be looking at social issues and current events, maybe movies sometimes, like I mentioned, and you're going to be analyzing that for whatever the topics are in class when we have those assignments. You're also going to do some weekly stuff. We have weekly reaction papers and weekly quizzes. Now, there's 2 more videos that you need to watch. It's in the syllabus and course logistics, or introduction to the course folder that's in course content. So there's 2 more videos that you need to watch that's going to explain the weekly reaction papers, and it's going to explain the weekly quizzes also. Because we have 16 weeks in the semester, and I only need you to do 10 reaction papers, and I'm only going to count your 10 highest scores on quizzes. So even though they're weekly, I really need to put like an asterisk or something on this weekly thing, because even though they're weekly, you're gonna be able to skip some every now and then when you just don't have anything to write about, or when you just didn't prepare for the quiz and you just want to skip it, you don't feel good. All that is already built into the semester. That forgiveness, so to speak, is already built into the semester. So these weekly reaction papers, if you skip one and miss the deadline to turn it in, it doesn't hurt you. You've got tons more opportunities if you go ahead and get started on those pretty quick. So watch the other videos that are required. Quiz questions come from this video, and also quiz questions come from those other 2 videos in that first syllabus quiz. Quiz 1 is like a syllabus and introduction to the course quiz, and what I'm telling you right now and what I tell you in those other videos, you need to know so that you can ace those that quiz. Okay, so that's the syllabus quiz is one of our weekly quizzes. It's like, I think we end up with, it says 16 right here, but I think actually we end up with 17 quizzes this semester, but we'll see. Okay, so make sure you always do your own work. Plagiarism, cheating, collusion, not tolerated. See, says not tolerated. So there we go. Highlight those things. Okay, this is a tentative course schedule. You know, I always say that it might change. It has only just a couple times, like when we've been closed for that tundra week in February. What was that, 2 Februarys ago when we were closed for like snow for however many? It was like 2 weeks. It was terrible. Or like if a pipe bursts in the building or something and we can't have class or something, I might need to change this a little bit. But anyway, that's all built in. All those changes are built in, and we have a YouTube channel that you need to subscribe to. You'll see that in your other in your folder also. All the videos are in the YouTube channel, so you click on those and it plays from there. So bookmark or subscribe, whatever the YouTube word is for that YouTube channel, and you'll always have access to the lesson videos. So if I have to be absent unexpectedly, or if you have to be absent unexpectedly from a face-to-face class, you always have video backups of what we were going to talk about that week anyway. And so if you're my online student, you already have video lessons, or I make them as we go along. Sometimes I use an old video if it was particularly award-winning, or sometimes I make new ones, regularly make new ones and add them to the weekly lessons as current events change and stuff like that. So this is the general schedule that we're going to follow. We have a fall break at Thanksgiving. We have a Labor Day holiday and the third week of class. So, you can put some of these due dates, or put some of these expected times, like when Project 1 dates are announced, or Project 2 dates are announced, Project 3 dates are announced. When those things are announced in our class in Blackboard, you can add them to your calendar, and you'll get like the precise date of when we as a class decide that those things are going to be due. Okay, so let's see. Here's some more policies, some great phone numbers that you need to add to your contacts list. Please do that. And make note of all of these different resources that you have on this syllabus. And then at the very end of a lot of folks' syllabus, a lot of my colleagues have something called a course agreement form. I don't have that for you. The syllabus quiz that you're going to use some of this information that I've just told you about, the syllabus quiz is your course agreement form. If you stay in this class after you drop an ad, after the drop an ad period, you by default agree to follow all of the college and classroom rules, and do the work and that kind of thing that's been specified in the syllabus. So I went over this really quickly. This is logistical stuff that you're probably familiar with a lot of the way that Blackboard works already, but of course not the way Mrs. T works unless you've had me for other classes. And I do teach a lot of different topics. I have a background in anthropogeography, which is human geography. It's anthropology and human geography. And sociology is one small part of that. So sociology is kind of like a subfield of anthropology. So I'm overqualified to teach sociology, and perfectly on point qualified to teach cultural geography. I also teach gender studies. Sometimes I've taught religious studies, and also cultural anthropology. So that's me in a nutshell. I look forward to getting texts from you. If I haven't already gotten one, please do that. And please send me a quick little video of yourself too, so I can put a face with that lovely name of yours. And talk to you soon. This is how we'll see each other every week, multiple times a week. Lots of videos to watch, lots of learning to do. Bye for now.